Okay, welcome now. This is the third episode, I guess. Yeah, third. Anyway, well, I guess let's see what's going to happen this time. Not entirely too sure. Let's actually keep the game fast. There's a bit going. I don't want to miss too much time. So, we're going to get engine found. An abandoned ship has been left to drift aimlessly above this planet. The massive cells protruding from its hull just let it relied on slow yeah, sure, let's do this anomaly. It's 50% chance to fail is not the worst. Definitely seen many worse ones on that. We should be able to succeed that one. I hope. No man, we've still got like a good 9 years until we get level 2 warp drives, which will be really nice. And still a ways off for robots and even the galactic ambitions. Meantime, at least we don't have to worry about our neighbors too much. They are, well, except for these guys here. Here we go. Solar Sailor. We've discovered an abandoned solar sail ship in orbit around Ponal 4. The sublate vessel is built by an unknown culture and appears to be several thousand years old. One of the massive sails has a large tear where some kind of object passed through, most likely a meteorite, which appears to have disabled the vessel. Although the technology of the ship is severely outdated, it does possess some interesting engineering design choices. And we gain 60 engineering research points for that, so that's not too bad. Yeah, we're gonna worry about these guys down here in the south. Let me remembering that now. Oh, I can't really support too many more ships though, 'cause even when they're docked, they're still costing energy credits, and I'd rather put that money towards other things. But on the other hand, it's important to keep in mind when the game says your fleet power is equivalent to theirs, this essentially means... Well, let me rephrase that. These represent the capacity, I'd say, rather than the current situation sometimes. Like, just because they say our fleet power is equivalent, this means our potential fleet power is equivalent, generally speaking. So don't assume just because it says equivalent that he's only got like 6 ships. It's important to keep in mind his naval capacity is equivalent to ours. We're currently using 6 out of our maximum of 20. So if we assume he also has 20, he could be at 2020 right now. And while that means we have the same potential capacity, he would be much stronger than me as a result. The only one that's going to be true for is technology level, because that one doesn't go by potential. But since we're equivalent in all these categories, it might be good to assume he might be sitting at 20 ships. He could have 20 corvettes. So again, although we're not making a lot of money, I'm going to queue up another corvette. Because if he goes to war with me as it is right now, he will most certainly probably crush us, especially if he's got 20 ships and I've got 6. Particularly in the early game, numbers can really count for a whole lot. Although really numbers in general actually mean a pretty good amount in battle. Not only due to the fact that you will naturally be able to shoot more things per round, it also helps kind of spread the damage out amongst your ships. So, it's generally advantageous to have more ships than the enemy, unless you just have a pretty superior, well, unless your technology is just vastly superior to theirs. Now, this is where the pirates are at. See, the pirates have their little station right here. So let's... Actually, we're going to take the Tesla out of here. I don't want to get shot at. We'll kill that later, but he's like 239 power means... Oh, it's actually got 2. So, actually, that's a bit of a problem. Leave that alone for now. There's no real need to get rid of the pirate stations, as, Oh, that's right. This is going to be careful about pulsars. They're going to be inhabited by very large groups of crystalline entities like this here. And I'm also going to apologize ahead of time for the fact you probably might hear some planes in the background. It's currently aviation day around here, so there's going to be a lot of planes taking off. There's not much I could do about that, unfortunately. So let's not survey that, because these are some very strong crystal entities. You can see 3 of them close together like that. I would definitely need a lot more ships to take care of that. I'd probably just wait. Crystal entities tend to hang out around pulsars and sometimes black holes as well. So something, although they could also just be found in systems. So you probably avoided the crystal entities the most out of any of the wildlife, as it were, in my experience. We're making a lot of money. You really need to be making more. But until we get this colony set up and it can start producing some more power for us efficiently. If we build anything right now, it's just these level 1 basic buildings, and I prefer not to build them, simply because, again, when you have a proper colony, you can just build these ones, which are twice as effective. So this only needs, I think, one more pop. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5. So in about 30-ish months, a little less than that, 15, something like that. That one will finally be producing at full potential. I'll have to also spend some minerals on it. They're not cheap. But it looks like at the cost of our ship maintenance, maintenance about 3.5. We can support a few more. So let's go ahead and do that. It's really going to delay any potential expansion, but again, oh, we found an alien proto-civilization. Oh, we've also finished that too. That's nice. So you can submit the credits as society research for just finding enough habitable planets in general. You don't need to be able to actually use those habitable planets. They just need to be habitable ones. But again, oh, that says high gravity on it too. They're pretty expensive. Not that we can use oceans as it is, and we can't right now anyway because for xenophiles, we don't want to go mess up some cavemen that they're developing. Cavemen will basically just Stone Age primitives just stay as Stone Age primitives for the entire game. Because they're barely outside the scope of the game's time frame. But although I'm pretty sure you can play this game for ever. It doesn't have a time limit as far as I'm aware. But I don't think if you play the game until the year like 3000 that Stone Age primitives will become more advanced. They're just there for... There are special events if you do settle on those planets. We could do that, but we'd have to change our policies, I think. Which means we would have to find a way to get rid of a xenophile in our empire. It's not going to happen. Oh, that's right, we lose some credits because of this. Let me turn this off now. We don't need the minerals as much. Because we have a nice, decent stockpile as it is. We actually do need to be making some money. It'll allow us to support more ships. Pretty close again, still a bit more on that. They prefer arid worlds. Oh, I mean...
Construction complete.
I'm not sure what to do with them still. Got now 10 corvettes. Oops. How that happened. Maybe it was when I get them like vassalized. I could go to war with them to vassalize them, but really... I'm not sure if I want to or not. I wouldn't be that good of a vassal, but... If I did have their systems, I could start jumping and going this way easier. I can't reach... Well, then again, that's what the level 2 warp drives will do. So they are forever away. Alright, that population should be finished pretty soon here.
System survey complete.
Should be the end of this month. This is actually this sub-game. February has 30 days. It doesn't have 28 or 29. There's no leap years or anything. Every month is 30 days as far as I'm aware. I didn't actually notice that myself until I was actually watching the calendar tick by and noticed February does not have a less number of days. We could probably go steal Pollux 3 over here if you're feeling pretty ballsy about it. The thing I'm worried about by doing that is it would... Well, the Dominion up there would probably not like that too much. Why did that not consistent loss population? We need it. upgrade this to a planetary administration. See, it does cost some influence to actually do this. It's not that much, but you generally want to get your colonies out of these reassembled ship shelters as quickly as possible. Because, well, ship shelters are garbage. They're terrible. And see, if you look at that Dominion, they're spiritual seekers. They're relatively peaceful, I guess. Although they're like this being materialist, so I don't know if I really want to go and settle on their border. We'd probably be okay. They may not hate us too much for it, but...
Research complete.
Oh, and this gives us our border pop. I always like to get this whenever you can, because bigger borders always... Wow, I've actually never seen this one pop up this early. But we're not going to do that, because it's going to stall for so long. Plateau unification, we want this. The propaganda broadcast is actually really nice. Getting plus 10% happiness for the cost is pretty good, particularly because that's usually enough to push your people to the next, like Fevrant or Happy, and give you more production. But also gives another influence per month. So we're getting 5 instead of 4.5. It should be noted the only reason we're gaining 1.5 from rivals is because we have a point in militarist, which increases the cost we get, or increases the influence we gain from rivalry by 25%. If you happen to be fanatics, I believe it's 50%. On the downside, it will be much more expensive in influence for us to maintain an alliance if we ever get any. Also, this gives us more borders. ONAB here, which will give us... Okay. There we go. That really ate into our minerals, but that gives 5 more minerals and we need 400 credits.
Anomaly found.
See what that anomaly is all about? It's just free experience for our side ship. You can see Fermanda's almost level 5, which is not bad. Also, with the Galactic Ambitions, this, I believe it allows us to see, basically, inside people's borders like this. Now we can see what planets they have, and actually see basically what they've got. So it also makes it a pretty nice deck. Oh, we failed with 7%. Oh well. That can happen. Yeah, if you look at the research tab for, survey data. Varista Empire survey data on planets within their borders. It's also pretty handy. Actually, now we can see. Attack to homeworld. It's got a lot of energy credits on it. Probably turn those over for whatever they were natively producing. They don't have any other planets though. Well, if they have that much energy production, well, they're not really using a lot of it either. They've only got these 4 minerals mined
System
here.
survey complete. Construction complete.
Now that knows it's a proper planet. So we'll swap you down here. We're going to build a power plant there. Easier for their survey data. They're not actually using a lot of the potential systems. They're only tapping the minerals in these. And over here they're getting, well, that's not a physics research. I have to admit, 6. Huh, interesting one there. I think I know what that event is. They're not really using a lot of the potential of these systems here. Could almost just conquer the planets themselves and gain it, but I don't know if I really want to deal with that.
Research complete.
Because these people are pretty opposed to our existence, basically. Okay, we finished planetary unification. Oh! Now here you'll notice, this is purple. This is a rare technology. The way rare technologies work basically is, well, for them to show up at all and be able to be researched, requires you to basically meet certain prerequisites. Basically, you need to have earlier technologies and random chance. So, if you don't select a rare technology when it shows up, it gets shuffled back into the deck, and there's no guarantee it will be redrawn again, but odds are it will. And so your Manifest Destiny is a really good one, because again, it increases your border range quite significantly. So it's going to take us nearly 10 years to research it. It is a big issue. Getting Adaptive Bureaucracy would be nice. I don't usually like to pass up rare technologies, and Manifest Destiny is a really nice one. I think you saw the other one we saw, which costed like, I want to say somewhere in the range of 3,000 research points, only give you 10%. Manifest Destiny costs like almost half and gives you about double the benefit. So it's going to really delay our society research, but I want to try to get Manifest Destiny. Rare technologies are generally pretty good, and some of them are unique to the ethics you have. For instance, as we are materialistic, you will never normally get the psionic researchers to ever show up inside our research tree. You only get that basically if you're anyone but materialist. If you're a spiritualist, you get a pretty huge bonus to psionic research starting. The only way we could get psionic research is if one of our scientists actually had psionic research as their specialty, which as far as I'm aware can only happen from anomaly events. They can gain it from that. Get robotic workers. I really like robots. I'll explain mine in a moment. For now, let's see these coil cows. Now here's the thing that's special about robots. They don't grow because, of course, they're robots. What you do is you actually need to build them on a tile like this. See how robots are mechanical? They cost 150 engine credits and 50 minerals. But you can see they have a plus 200% habitability, so they can settle any planet because they're robots. So you could actually, if you build a colony ship on a planet that has robots, you can then have the colony ship basically colonize with robots. So they can go colonize worlds your other people couldn't due to them, well, not being able to survive on it. But as you'll notice, robots suffer significant penalties to basically every output type except for minerals and food. That's basically because they're only capable of doing hard labor. Energy credits is not hard labor, so they do gain a bonus to minerals, so it's nice if you can do it to make robots working mineral tiles or any of your mining networks if you can help it. The downside to them being, of course, is they do take up a population slot. So if you don't have any population room on a planet, and you don't have, say, migration turned on or forcefully resettling people, you can't build any of them. On the flip side, they're always happy, but they also gain bonuses from happiness. So they're always at 100% happiness. But most importantly, particularly if you're settling new colonies, robots do count towards the 5 population limit. So this helps you to basically get your colonies, when they're newly settled, off the ground like twice as quickly. Although robots here, as we're going to build one right now, grow at a fixed rate of 1 per month, so it always takes you 30 months to build a single robot. But you can still effectively get a colony up and running in about half the time. So let this guy grow. It'll take 30 months. As you can see, their maintenance also, they're pretty expensive. They cost entry credit and upkeep. But we're probably going to stick him on this mineral tile here, so he can get the most benefit out of it. I really like robots. On the flip side here, so we're materialistic, we don't get psionics. Spiritualists don't get robots, generally.
Complete.
They can get technology, but by default, so you actually see there's a policy for it. Artificial intelligence. They're stuck at outlawed, I think. Or you can make them do servitude, but as far as I'm aware, spiritualist species suffer a huge happiness penalty if there's any robots around. Because if you have in servitude, if we change it to outlawed, we can't build robots and they all get disassembled. So no, we're just gonna keep on servitude. Because we like robots. I like robots. You could actually, in theory, make your entire race nothing but robots. It would require a bit of work, though. You'd have to essentially kill off all your old species and replace them all with robots. Wouldn't really recommend it. Because there's a much better choice you can do. And I'll explain that if the technologies come up. Which I hope they do. Because they're kind of cool. let's see. Okay, fleet's doing pretty decent. It's all quiet. Actually, I forgot this. Now that we have propaganda progress, I'm going to stick up here on our home world. As you can see now, everyone's happiness is 84%. Actually, just 6% short of being able to get the bonus, but they're closer.
System survey complete.
Okay, let me finish that one. Some tropicals and oceans in there. Let's go see what this is. Got a few systems here on the galactic edge we haven't seen. There might be a continental world in one of them. You never know. Ah, Tomb Worlds. I'll pause again real quick. Tomb Worlds, as you can see, well, they're dead planets. As far as I'm aware, the only way you can ever really settle one of these is to use robots. Robots can settle on Tomb Worlds just fine. See, well, there's some robots there, or mining drones there, but it's a desert. I don't really care about deserts. Tomb Worlds are pretty interesting, though. I don't think there's anything inherently special about them, they're just kind of neat. But again, I'm pretty sure you need robots to ever settle them because they start with base habitability of like 0%. And you still need the technology, I think. But even for a robot to settle on these worlds, you still need the technology that allows you to settle there in the first place. They're just allowed to go past the whole inability to actually live their part, to their 200% bonus to habitability. So just a little bit of the galaxy up in here. We can see there might be a good planet up in here. I like to keep our borders kind of, well, organized. I'll go with 2A is kind of a garbage planet. It's really small. And it's covered in mostly tile blockers, which would really hinder its usefulness for a while. Oh, there's actually an anomaly over here, actually. I should probably get that taken care of. I'll wait until the Tesla finishes work up here. Maybe once our warp drives are done, I'll send the Tesla back home and get the upgrades. Because you definitely want to have level 2 warp drives. So let's check this pulsar here. Hopefully it's not full of crystal entities or something. Probably is though. They really like those places. You can also very rarely sometimes find planets around black holes. I don't think they ever be habitable, but you can find a planet around them, which is kind of neat. Oh, actually, this one has a tomb world around it. It's a very tiny tomb world, but again, I'm mostly looking for continental worlds right now for a survey system. Especially since this far out, because anything this far out we can't really get any benefit from unless we can settle a world. And me, making more money. Let's get some Corvettes. I want to make sure these guys don't ever decide to go declare war on us when we're not ready. Arid tundras, nope. Let's check out this Fianita system.
Construction complete.
Tropical world. I could queue multiple Corvettes, but I like just kind of... I don't need them right now. Oh, well then, this is gonna be... Oh. First contact at the Kroll Forerunners. Yes, you've heard it all before. We are the Kroll Forerunners, and you're the Varista Empire. Greetings, well met. Stand up for space or face certain doom and so forth. Now, excuse us, we're quite busy. We'll just be friendly to them. This is a fallen empire. As you can see here by their special names, this book ticked away, so it's all the word beacon of perpetuality. Beacon of stability. Fallen empires, as far as I'm aware, only ever inhabit the galactic edges. And, actually, you can see the Tesla now is missing. It's been lost in the warp somehow, so it's not going to come back to us for a little over, less than a year, so that kind of sucks. I think that happens if they go deep into territory and they don't have an immediate path out or something. I'm not sure how it works. But either way, Fallen Empires. This is a Fallen Empire. You don't mess with Fallen Empires. They are the strongest things in the entire game, and there's really no reason to go messing with them unless you really want to seek the challenge. But as you can see here, they are overwhelmingly powerful compared to us. And as far as I'm aware, this is pretty much how they'll probably always look to you. They are incredibly dangerous. See, these are keepers of knowledge. This fallen empire dedicates itself to the hoarding of technologies that it believes should be kept out of the hands of young and irresponsible races. Pursuing dangerous lines of research may draw their ire. You haven't seen any of them yet, but there are red technologies that can show up. These are known as, well, forbidden technology. Presumably, if I research those, they will get kind of angry about that. And you really don't want a fallen empire to be angry at you. Luckily, they're pretty far away from us. If you are bordering one, you want to immediately give them an embassy. Just to try and... Oh, actually, you can see here, they don't like us already because we are researching AI in the first place. So actually, we only get 3 embassies. And I'm going to put one here. They'll never ally with us as this, but basically it should help them not decide to go punch our teeth in. Again, you really don't want to. So basically, we're never going to go anywhere near this space. We don't want to. We don't want to get involved with the role of Forerunners. You can kind of see their worlds here. As you can see, they have ring worlds. You can't build a ring world. The technology to do so is lost. They don't know how to build more ring worlds, and you certainly don't. And ring worlds are pretty awesome. The technology is awesome. They have buildings that are better than anything you can build.
Construction complete.
And, oh boy, you didn't see their fleets, but their fleets have like 40,000 fleet power in a single one. They are incredibly powerful. Don't go poking them with a stick. Particularly if you're one of the ones that are more like military isolationists and all that. The type of personnel they have will greatly determine how you should deal with them, aside from just not doing anything. Oh, cool, the complicated Bob is an influence. Oh, that's sweet. Anyway. Oh boy, well, they're pretty far away from us. That's something, at least. They don't like us because we're researching AI.
Construction complete.
It's too bad. I like my robots. They can't stop me. Hopefully they don't try to go in and force that, because actually, if they try to stop me, they can do it pretty easily. We won't stand a chance. They would wipe us from the face of the galaxy without breaking a sweat. So that's good to know, though. I don't know how many Fallen Empires there are per game. I'm pretty sure there's always at least one, but I'm not sure how many it's supposed to be, like, depending on the galaxy size. I've never seen it anywhere but the edges of the galaxy. I presume this is so they can't kind of like block people, particularly if you're using hyperdrives. This always ensures you have a way around them. Because as far as I'm aware, you can never get them. You can't really ever do diplomacy of them because they just don't really care about you. You're just beneath their notice. They're not unbeatable though. You can defeat a Fallen Empire. I've never done it. I've heard of ways to do it, but no, we're not gonna do that. maybe later, much later. But if you ever want to see what happens when you piss off a Fallen Empire, you can go ahead and do it. You won't live to regret it for too long, but it can be kind of amusing in its own way just to see how powerful ships can look in this game. Sorry if you're really going anywhere to hit through Pollux, which is a pretty decent planet. It's really far away. Up there, our ship has gotten back from being lost in the warp. That's good. Now you need to get up there. So let's go to Algol. The alien specimen procurement quest chain. The director of the Museum of Exobiology on Varista Prime has issued a request for the procurement of several live alien specimens. These creatures were spotted on surveyed habitable worlds, but they are difficult to capture. It will require the full resource of a science ship for a lengthy period of time. I like to have this one going, although it is kind of a pain in the butt.
Situation log updated. Construction complete.
Let's actually see. So this requires us to capture a lot, and the big issue is we don't have border access to apparently any of these. Which means we can't get any of them as it is now. If I were to stand for the patch next week, they're going to set it so everyone's borders are open by default, which will make doing this quest a lot easier. But as you can see, some of them are in this Fallen Empire, we can't finish this quest. Because you try to communicate with these guys, offer them a trade deal, although you can ask for like border access, they're dismissive of us and there's not much you can do about it. We might be able to if they don't hate us too much, but basically we're never going to finish that quest chain.
Construction complete.
Which is a shame. This is generally why my friend really doesn't like doing it, because it's kind of annoying. Because of where it just likes to throw them, like other people's borders, so you can't do anything about it. So hopefully next week, if the patch they're putting out next week should help that. Oops, got that world here. That's a moon, though. Yeah, we'll survey the system anyway. I'll sucks like really tiny planets in there, but I may take them. Simply because... Oh, the robot's done, so let's ship over there. Well, I'll put a mining network there, maximize how useful he is. You know what? Although it's not that great, it's tiny and small. A planet is better than no planet. Let's see, how good is this one? It's also size 11, pretty small. If again, it's pretty disappointing tiles, but it's got some research in it. We haven't actually surveyed Algol to see what it has either. I'll go first just to help just round out our borders a bit more. The Uberk League will probably not like us being on their borders like that. We're already getting some penalties from border friction, but they should be okay with us because they're not very warlike and they kind of like us. There's a building over here.
Construction complete.
There we go. See, now this robot is gaining 6.25 minerals from a base 5 tile. Not too bad. Base 3 tiles, sorry.
Construction complete.
Right over nose of me here. Now then, let's make it a robot built.
System survey complete. Anomaly found.
Just
Construction complete.
Look at that. I'll actually have this second fleet go ahead and link up with our main fleet. Signal interceptors a search call from a ship in orbit near EM6. The ship is not giving away any heat signatures and seems to be drifted. A special project has been issued to investigate what happened to the crew.
Situation log updated.
Let's see what that's about, actually. We'll research that derelict ship, see what's going on.
Special project complete.
The ship Aurora at EM-6 was not abandoned. The crew was alive but not well, influenced by some sort of brain parasite. With the help of our scientists, they can easily be cured. You can help them, or you can just let them die. We'll help them because we're nice people. See, they are from a system we have not met yet. The Rectahar Combined Systems. Greetings from the Rectahar Combined Systems. We are a peaceful nation, justly ruled by our beloved King Joram the First. Whether grievances might arise in our people, in the future we hope they can be settled through dialogue rather than violence. So let's see, where are they? Oh, they're up there. Basically, that event is done. Besides making us meet people in the first place, it makes them like us off the bat here. See, they get a plus 25 bonus for saving their crew. It'll deteriorate eventually, but it helps. So these guys basically keep themselves, but they're fanatic pacifists, so we shouldn't need to worry about them whatsoever as well. Their technology is better than ours, so we don't really mess with them in the first place. But interesting, okay. Let's go survey out Algol here. Yeah, it's not a bad system, actually. About to get Algol first, and I'll probably jump up to EM.
Construction complete.
Colonize, we'll go. That's not no good tiles for adjacency, but we finished it. The warp field stabilizers. That's a nice one. Okay, in the meantime, let's be slow tiles, I guess. So now what we need to do, I need to update all my ships now to have level 2 warp drives. It costs more power though, so we upgrade the reactors on the Fox. Yep, keep that. But your ship also needs to have level 2 warp drives, which will require again. Well, actually, we can just give it a fission reactor. Save a little bit on the mineral cost. Of course, now we've finished building that colony ship. That's okay. That one doesn't go too far. And we'll upgrade it here. Fission reactor. And last, upgrade transport ship. There we go. Now let's wait for the second fleet here to join up with the first fleet, then we'll upgrade all the ships at once. It's probably going to really hurt on our costs, but well, that's what you need to do. The 2 warp drives are very nice. I don't know what this is a weird bug with fleets. Okay, let's upgrade them all. 187 minerals. Could be worse. Just an idea. This is our current range. Once you finish upgrading, you'll get an idea. Just how much that upgrade changes things. Judging by the state of this empire, they probably had one of the advanced starts, because they just have a much better everything than we do. Okay, Meteor Lexus is almost at the destination. There we go. Settled on our next one, the Kongzi. We're gonna upgrading as well.
Incoming transmission.
With diplomatic proposal. Well, the O'Rourke Elite wants us to have a research agreement. Okay, sure. Research agreements basically give you a speed bonus, a research bonus to any technologies that the other empire has already researched, and vice versa. So anything we've researched, they get a bonus to. Anything they have, we get a bonus to. There's no way you can actually tell which ones they've researched without... Well, you just kind of have to guess, I guess, actually. The best way you can tell, though, is that if you offer the deal, it'll tell you roughly how many you can benefit from. Too bad that system was not actually great. But we're going to send the Tesla to get its warp drives outfitted.
Research complete.
Coil guns. Ooh, here we go. Patheran refining. I like this. Helps reveal the first strategic resource we've researched in the game. Strategic resources are pretty rare in this game. Don't consider them to be like the resources of, say, civilization. They're fairly rare.
Upgraded. Construction
They're
complete.
pretty good. Now, see, the first fleet's range is now pretty good. Corvettes can actually could almost reach their homeworld from our homeworld if we had to go to war with them. Now, of course, that's only possible. What this means? I need to upgrade this to a coil gun because that's just better. So actually, they just got done being retrofitted, and now they need to be retrofitted once more.
Ships upgraded. Construction complete.
Range is like doubled. It's very useful for getting around quickly. Look here. Butterfish hasn't flared up too bad yet. Get that Pacific here upgraded for new warp drive as well. That's right, we're losing energy right now because of the cost of the colony, but that'll go away soon. Colony's almost established. Build a colony from here. Oh, we've got some ethics divergence going on here. That's a bit of a shame, but we'll just keep with our founders. As you can see, a colony doesn't actually count towards your directly controlled planets until it turns into, well, an actual colony.
System survey complete.
You can only control 5. There's only a few texts that increases how many you can control directly. I think I've seen like one of them. And a few government types also increase this number.
Colony established.
And the colony is now fully up. Also means let's get a robot going.
Ships upgraded. Construction complete.
And we'll get a tank.
Research complete. Construction
version.
complete.
Now let's see. Yeah, you control colony ships is pretty nice. That just makes your colony get off the ground faster, which means it's not sucking away. Well, it's not sucking away your money for as long. Never a bad thing. Yeah, the pressure went up a bit, but not that bad. How's our strength compared to these zealots? Okay, good. Their fleet power is actually inferior. So we have the same level of capacity. They don't have as many ships on as we do. Oh, this is their first planet.
Construction complete.
Yeah, a little mineral output though. So I guess makes sense. So actually can build a power plant right there. Actually, let's see about getting a governor here. Yeah, we'll pick an Algerian one. Oops, no, I don't want to rename them. I don't care.
Anomaly found.
Oh, ancient orbital shipyard drifts in silence above this world. Suffered significant battle damage. Entire sections of the facility are missing. I don't want to research that. So we have unemployed population. Oh, okay, the robot finished. Let's see. What should go there? Then this guy. I don't have a towel really quite a bit from yet. Let's clear out that jungle and we'll stick him on there. And we'll mining network set up there. Okay, go to the next colony ship. Which one else head over to this little place?
Ships upgraded. Construction complete.
Oh, a critical failure. We are uncertain exactly how it happened, but somehow the ship's science officer inadvertently triggered a self-destruct sequence on the VIS Tesla by running a simulation related to Mobilar 3 on the ship's onboard computer. All attempts to abort the sequence met with failure, and the entire crew was forced to evacuate both shore before the ship was destroyed. And, well, this killed her. She died. Well then, critical failure happened. That's what happens with critical failures. You lose the entire ship. Let's stick on this one because planetary administration do increase mineral and food output, so it's generally best to put them on those tiles. But, oh, that really sucks. We have no science ship now, so I need to go build another one. Well, we lost Tesla to a critical failure. It happens. And it sucks when it happens, but that's how it is sometimes. If we're playing on Iron Man mode, this is where you could save scum and just reload. But I like to play in Iron Man mode for this. Just how it happens. Oh, and she actually got level 5 from that when she died, too. A shame, a shame.
Construction complete.
Oh, the Nobel. We need to recruit a new scientist to actually pilot the thing. And well, you don't make really great
Construction complete.
spacefarer ones except for her, I guess, because she lives longer. We almost have enough range. They could reach. Oh, we could reach to there though. Yeah, we're calling over here. Bam.
Evading hostile fleet.
Oh, there's a hostile fleet in it too, huh? Oh, actually, no, Nobel. I can put you on passive. It's so far away, it's not a threat to you. Oh, this place has got a lot of tropical planets in it, though. 2 tropicals. Wow, 4 planets. That's the second most I've seen. So hopefully, go over there. See, there's a group of space amoebas right there, but they'll leave us alone unless we get close to them. San Cristobal for our 4th colony.
Situation log updated.
To the Lambada aliens over here. Oh, I know what those are. Actually, return the Nobel back home because actually we didn't survey these systems before the Tesla blew itself up. Let's also get the Lambda alien research started. I can tell you what those are. mean, I know what they are, but let the game tell you what they are. Well, there's a lot of minerals in it. That's nice. Which is nice if we did blow up the Tesla, though. I should really build 2 science ships, actually. I would have been able to survey a lot faster than this. In fact, yeah, let's go build a 2nd science ship. If that explicit reason. I've got a lot of unsurveyed systems around here. I need to keep exploring. You can see we only know still this very small pocket of the galaxy. There's still all this out here. Galactic Center you can't do anything in. Although, wow, there's actually a system right there, pretty close to Galactic Center, actually. Haven't seen that before. I wonder what's there, actually. I kind of want to actually go see.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Okay, the VIS Explorer is now done. Recruit a scientist. Here we go, let's go on. No, we'll send you up there.
Special project complete.
Void clouds. An investigation into a peculiar cluster of debris in space dust has yielded surprising results. It is a particulate cloud bristling with a powerful charge of unknown origin that has no business exhibiting simple reflective actions, let alone movements with purpose. And yet it does. There's something undeniably ominous about the hazy subject of the relayed video feeds. Perhaps there are things in the universe we should not tangle with. Let us watch but interfere with it.
Situation log updated.
Void clouds. Ooh. Let's see what this is. There have been many reports of unexplainable seismic disturbance on Kongzi. Tremors can be felt across the moon, and many of our settlements have suffered damage. While investigating the earthquakes, our scientists discovered a vast network of subterranean caverns. The deepest of these caverns are home to some kind of indigenous civilization, and they appear to be tunneling towards the surface. Ground vibration from our settlements may have triggered this behavior, but we cannot be certain. There's no telling how these aliens will react when they spill out of the tunnels and encounter our colonists. I've never seen this happen before. We find a subterranean civilization event.
Situation log updated.
So we've got 2 ways we can deal with this. We can, of course, establish communications with them, see if we can be peaceful. As you can see, there is a time limit on this. Or alternatively, we can just try to blow them up. In this instance, as we are xenophiles, and it takes twice as long, we will attempt to communicate with the subterranean civilization instead of just blowing it up. Now, say if we were like xenophobes, then yeah, I'd say we probably should just blow them up. But in this case, it would be nice, and we'll see if we can coexist with this subterranean race, with the mole people. They can't be that bad, right?
Colony established.
Well, San Cristobal is now a fully established colony as well. Robot going over there as well. And this will be a frontier clinic.
Anomaly found.
We'll leave that alone for now. 55% chance to fail. It's pretty bad. This has to do with the fact that she's only level 1, so... Oh, actually, wait, one of these has a name. That's like Bifron. We founded a civilization. These are not cavemen. We have detected the presence of a pre-space alien civilization on Cabra's landing. There's evidence that they may have harnessed the power of the atom, and nuclear weapons may be prolific among their many divided nation states. The possibility of a sudden self-inflicted extinction event is high. It's able to build an observation post above their world. These are pretty neat. But we can't do anything about it right now because it's not inside our borders.
Special project complete.
Oh, but here we go. One of our probes burrowed through the ground, intercepted the tunneling aliens in Kongzi. After the startled alien workers calmed down, the probe was successful in establishing communications with their leaders. Open a channel. Subterranean aliens? Is this thing on? Can you see us, surfacers? We understand you hail from the great nothing that lies upwards, beyond the stone. It was assumed nothing living could exist there, but evidently this is not so. What are your intentions? So, ask about them, whether they coexist in peace, or we can submit or be destroyed. Let's have them tell them about them. Let's ask about themselves. Our empire stretches across every pocket of the known world. Only the great nothing lies beyond our reach. We have many fine cities supported by lichen farms and the fish we catch in the large rivers flowing through our tunnels. This has been our way for thousands of years. Our diggers heard the faint echoes of your cities through the stone, and we decided to investigate. So basically, they were curious. Makes sense. Well, we're nice people, so we'd like to ask them to coexist. Give us a society boost, so that's pretty nice. And so we shall, Surfacer. Let us share this world together in the spirit of peace. We are most interested in trading with your people, and we have much offer one another. We shall return to our cities and make the arrangements. Alright, so that turned out all pretty nice. We got mole people living on Kongzi. The subterranean alien civilization on this world enjoys a good relationship with the colonists on the surface, and both parties frequently engage in trade and cultural exchanges.
Construction
All finished Betharian refining. And in the meantime... These are all pretty nice weapons here, actually. Torpedoes are really nice. Torpedoes are basically a fourth weapon type. They're similar to missiles, but a little bit different in that they bypass shields. So they're pretty powerful. But on the other hand, well, the autocannon's also pretty good too. The autocannon is kind of like an offshoot of the mass driver. It just fires a lot faster than the mass driver, so it's really good at ripping through shields. Antimatter missiles are, of course, just stronger, upgraded forms of the fusion missiles we already have. Feels like I'm out of composite armor down here because we've gotten some of the points towards it. Armor's actually not bad either. We have shields. We'll get some armor because that can help use up these. Oh, we have nothing on the Fox. It's all used up. But if you get empty slots on here, you can fill up with armor. Not bad. I'll just leave some other things. A little bit shame the Kongzi doesn't actually have that much society output on it, but actually has none natively, so that's kind of downside. But work with what you got, right? Okay, got these little empire growing up around here, around the Empire League. They still like us. Yeah, okay, they still like us. That's good.
Anomaly found.
An anomaly, but 30% is pretty bad. I'll leave it alone for now. Just keep it up. Of course, we got another unemployed pop on Nozomi because we're got a lot of empty tiles.
System survey complete.
Okay, and that one's all been mapped out. Let's go finish mapping that one out. Mublar. But look at this in our borders because I like the levelization posts. They give a pretty nice society bonus. Plus, there are some special things you can do with pre-space civilizations. Of course, you can also kill them if we wanted to, but there's no reason for us to go and invade some atomic age civilization. We're xenophiles. We're not assholes.
System survey complete.
And
construction complete.
I'm not sure we'll start sending this one towards the Galactic Center. I'm curious about this one little... although we can't reach it, can we? I'm not going like all the way around. Actually, even then we don't have enough range. We might need level 3 warp drives to reach that. We do, don't we? The game says there is no path.
Anomaly found. Evading hostile fleet.
I'll get some mining drones here real quick though, but... yeah, there's no route. We can't reach that actually yet. That's a shame. We'll need level 3 warp drive to go that far.
Construction complete. System survey complete.
I should get the sign from there. You're already level 3 warp drives to reach that. Tropical world there.
Research complete. Construction complete.
High control colony ships. We could have used that a little bit sooner, but you know. With the gravitonic sensors for now. Make a survey faster. Alien space. Oh, this is a. Let's survey the system. Although we can't get any benefit from it. The fact you see a space station here means this is another pre-space civilization. They've essentially only built a, well, space station. You know, it's too far from our borders to be of any use. I still kind of want to at least see what they are. If our world is a bit bigger, we could get this research bonus. And of course, we need to get a bit Biltron up there to get into contact with that pre-space empire. It'd be nice. There we go, in the Kenjoden civilization. We've detected the presence of an alien civilization on Chaita. They appear to be an early space age, as evidenced by the many primitive satellites orbiting their homeworld. Their nation states are on the path towards joining together in a global government, and it's likely only a matter of time before they venture beyond their world and join the galactic community. See, they actually have some Betharian stone. See, none of our systems have any Betharian, which is a shame. The Iron Fist trade is useless for that governor, but thank you anyway. The Iron Fate, yeah, it's for slave minerals, and we don't have any slaves, so it's a completely worthless trade for us. But well, whatever. He thinks it's good. I guess we can be happy for him. Yeah, we'll suppress that 1 minerals to get more energy. Reminds me I'm neglecting something important. Also that these planets should get some spaceports. Spaceports are expensive, but I like to have them on all my planets. This video is going on for about an hour, so a little bit of an odd stopping point, but we'll stop it here in May. We've actually made some pretty decent progress. We've expanded the Varista Empire by 2 more worlds. We've met a fallen empire over here who we will still leave alone because they'll kill us. Still looking at these guys. Maybe I'll vassalize them. I mean, they don't have anything great, but still, don't want in my backyard. Well, anyway, let's end the 3rd episode of playing Stellaris. Really more messing around with Stellaris, I guess, at this point. But anyway, hope you enjoy it, as usual. If you have anything to say, let me just leave a comment. Yeah, all that. Bye for now.